Hi friends and viewers, today we are going to show you and telling you something wonderful about an ancient valley which is 360 km away from Medina. Flourishing civilisations. Now, after years of being closed, it's starting to reveal its secrets. As a blogger, I've always been drawn to the unique way that light in the desert stretches, bounces off the sand and rock and illuminates the plains. There is a stillness in these landscapes that I've come to crave, but I'm also fascinated by the relationships people build with deserts. In the Middle East, humans have found ways to survive and even thrive in these harsh environments for millennia, and perhaps nowhere is this creativity more evident than in one of the Arabian Peninsula's most significant cultural cradles. Set in the AlUla Valley amid the soaring sandstone and granite mountains of northwestern Saudi Arabia's Hijaz region, this ancient desert oasis has supported human life for the past 200,000 years. The area's fertile soil and access to water amid the arid, mountainous desert helped multiple civilizations blossom. The Dadan and Lihyan kingdoms that flourished here between 800 and 100 BCE were followed by Hegra, an important city in the Nabataean civilization whose capital, Petra, was located farther north, in modern-day Jordan. Yet, it wasn't until 2019 when Saudi Arabia began issuing tourist visas for non-religious travel that foreign visitors were able to witness this long closed-off and unexplored valley. Today, echoes of AlUla's long and mysterious past are everywhere, and as archaeologists slowly begin to uncover the many burial mounds, tombs and rock inscriptions scattered throughout AlUla's numerous sites, this ancient oasis is finally starting to reveal its secrets. Rock-carved kingdoms and ancient messages. A stone-built city grew in the AlUla Valley as early as 800 BCE. Dadan, the capital of the eponymous Dadan and later Lihyanite kingdoms, quickly became popular as a major trading hub for frankincense en route to Egypt, Mesopotamia and the Mediterranean. The Dadanites developed their own script, and today these inscriptions, some of which are more than 2,500 years old, are preserved remarkably well at the nearby site of Jabal Ikma, which is often called AlUla's open-air library. These etched messages range from simple graffiti to elaborate records documenting offerings to the gods. By the 1st century BCE, the Nabataean civilization from the southern Levant, modern-day Jordan, had expanded into northwest Arabia. While Petra remained the kingdom's capital city, the Nabataeans' most important city to the south was Hegra, Saudi Arabia's first UNESCO World Heritage Site. For some 200 years, skilled masons worked inside Hegra's necropolis on majestic monuments like Qasr al-Farid, an unfinished, yet beautifully preserved tomb which, according to inscriptions, likely belonged to a prominent member of Nabataean. Hegra's sprawling 1.6-hectare archaeological complex contains 111 tombs that travelers to AlUla can visit today. One of Hegra's largest tomb clusters, Jabal al-Banat, pictured, it was another outcrop like this, called Jabal Ahmad, where the tomb of Hinat was found. Hinat, a local woman, was wealthy enough to have a tomb made for her and her 80 descendants. Alongside human remains, textile and leather were excavated, giving archaeologists a better glimpse into Nabataean life. In 2023, a team of scientists wrapped up a months-long project of reconstructing Hinat's face, which now greets visitors at Hegra Visitor Center. In the centuries after the Nabataeans vanished, the valley became home to a number of villages, but it wasn't until Islam arrived in the 7th century CE that the oasis once again became an important stopover, this time for worshippers on the pilgrimage route to the Islamic holy city of Mecca. Settlements here soon started thriving anew, the most famous of which is Ad-Dira, known as AlUla Old Town, which was built around the 10th century using some of the same stones the Dadanites and Lihyanites used a millennium earlier. Filled with tightly packed mud-brick houses, shops, mosques, squares and a defensive fort, the town was continuously inhabited for more than 800 years until the 1980s when the government relocated residents to the nearby modern town of AlUla in order to preserve the original settlement as an open-air museum. Today, the old town is a maze of abandoned homes, ceramics and embroidery workshops, and shops where travelers can buy artisan wares and dates from AlUla's surrounding groves. AlUla's many secrets. In addition to Saudi Arabia being largely closed off to outsiders for centuries, parts of AlUla remain off-limits to all Muslims, including those in Saudi Arabia until recent years because of a belief that it was cursed by the Prophet Muhammad and therefore haunted. Yet in an attempt to shed light on the many civilizations that once thrived here, a team of researchers began conducting the first in-depth archaeological survey of the area in 2019. Since then, a string of remarkable discoveries has rewritten our understanding of human history in the Arabian Peninsula. More than 1,600 Neolithic stone monuments called mustatils, rectangles in Arabic, have been uncovered in the AlUla region, revealing that people already thrived here some 7,000 years ago. In 2021, a team of archaeologists discovered evidence that people here were domesticating dogs as early as 4000 BCE. And in 2023, the world's largest prehistoric axe, a 51 centimeters tool from 200,000 years ago, was found just south of the AlUla oasis. The archaeological findings of the last few years are rewriting our understanding of this area, said Dr. Rebecca Pute, Director of Archaeology and Cultural Heritage Research for the Royal Commission for AlUla. We are getting a rich picture that the towns and cities of the AlUla Valley were dynamic, with people living in multiple places at any given time. Ingenious desert engineering. Ancient humans in AlUla used sophisticated engineering to prosper in this parched landscape. Beginning in the Dadan kingdom, area residents constructed massive cisterns and wells to both collect rainwater and access underground water aquifers. By the early Islamic period, a system of irrigation canals called qanats carried water from the foot of the mountains into the fields using gravity and precise calculations of slope. This skillful management of available water has helped AlUla become an agricultural hub, growing dates, citrus, figs and even wheat and barley. Today, native date palms, pictured, continue to dominate the landscape, with 2.3 million trees producing more than 90,000 tons of dates each year. A green oasis. AlUla's date industry provides the foundation for the rest of the area's agricultural production. In the shade of its millions of date palms, citrus trees produce oranges, lemons, grapefruit, and kumquats. Beneath the trees, farmers grow herbs like mint and basil. The Moringa peregrina, a tree praised for its cosmetic and medical properties, is cultivated nearby. Each January, the AlUla Citrus Festival brings together the region's farmers, shoppers and visitors during the harvest season, when more than 15,000 tons of citrus are collected and sold. Natural wonders. In addition to its remarkable human history, the AlUla Valley is also filled with dramatic natural wonders like desert canyons, sandstone cliffs, wind-carved rock formations and volcanic landscapes. Northeast of the AlUla oasis, the 1,500 sq-km Sharan Nature Reserve is home to Nubian ibex, gazelles, red-necked ostriches and the elusive Arabian wolf. In the Ashar Valley, here, giant ochre sandstone formations are the setting for AlUla's new hospitality scene, with several hotels, restaurants and even a concert hall hiding among the rocks. Surreal shapes. Jabal al-Fil, or Elephant Rock, is one of AlUla's most prominent landmarks. This imposing sandstone mountain soaring 52 m into the sky has been molded into an elephant-like shape by wind and water erosion over millions of years. Seeing Jabal al-Fil from above on a helped me appreciate just how vast, more than 22,000 square kilometers, this valley is, and how much of a welcome sight this oasis must have been for weary travelers centuries ago. Imaginatively shaped natural creations are scattered elsewhere throughout AlUla, too. In Hegra, the face rock bids farewell to the setting sun while Sharan Nature Reserve is home to the dancing rocks, to tower-like sandstone structures that seem to move in unison to an inaudible tune. The freestanding rocks and cliffs in the AlUla region are home to more than 50,000 messages from the past, from Neolithic petroglyphs depicting hunting scenes to Nabataean tomb inscriptions warning visitors against entering and stealing property. These messages provide a glimpse into the extensive human history of not only AlUla, but also the greater region. We have perhaps only found 10% of the history in this valley, said Atif Al-Balawi, one of the official Arabic macrondw, or storytelling guides, in AlUla. On almost every cliff and mountain, you can find either ancient inscriptions or a drawing that was made thousands of years ago. Alongside this prehistoric rock art, contemporary artists make their mark, too. Throughout AlUla, giant installations, like the one pictured, merge into the landscape, turning AlUla into a living museum of human expression through the ages. Reflecting the past. In 2019, a contemporary mirage rose up from the desert in AlUla's Ashar Valley. This is Maria, the world's largest mirrored building, covered with 9,740 glass panels that reflect the towering cliffs around it. Part art project, part gathering space for cultural events and concerts and part ultramodern conference center, Maria is the symbol for what AlUla always has been and aspires to remain, a destination at a crossroads attracting different people and ideas in the midst of an ancient land. Join us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. If you like this blog, like and subscribe our channel for more videos that will enhance your information.